everyone, welcome back to Watch It Played. My name is Rodney Smith, and this is
Pat McDonald.
And we're here to continue and probably conclude our playthrough of Gold West. But before we get started, I don't want to alarm you. Yes, we're wearing brightly colored shirts. Normally I'm just in white, and Pep, you were also wearing the white Watch It Played shirt for a bit there, but that's just, if we were both wearing white, it's too much.
Too bright.
Too bright.
It's like a snowstorm. We have enough of those in Canada.
Yeah, that's right. We don't want that here on the show. So you picked out red, and I was jealous. I wanted to also have a new color, so I picked out blue. I don't know that I'll always wear the blue, but I thought we'd just hit you with everything all at once here. So
now we have red, white, and blue.
Yes.
I think we're trying to cater to our American viewers.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what the sun I don't know. I don't know anymore.
No.
Okay, well, we'll work on that. But let's get back to Gold West, shall we? All right. The viewer who got the most votes for a suggestion for Pep was Knockdown Barnes. Let's go to the table and see what he wants you to do.
Sounds good. First, Mr. Barnes wants me to take everything from the 0-point bin, and then I'm going to ship it all. First, I'll ship the 4 gold, moving my stagecoach up 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces, and claiming the victory point tile.
9 points. That's huge.
Plus an extra 2 points from passing that
11
section.
points. Okay, that's pretty good.
I'll also be shipping this 1 silver to move my other stagecoach forward a little bit. Looks like I'm finally moving on ahead of you.
Yeah, you really are. Hey, what are you doing? Leave my poor guy alone.
Next, I'm going to knock down your chance of victory by building this barn on the gold section.
You're splitting up my camps.
So I'm going to jump ahead of you on gold influence, and I'm going to place my 2 gold into the 2-point bin.
And that was actually a suggestion from Tim Lawrence, what bin you should put it in.
Thanks, Tim.
Well, I hope the viewer who got the most votes for my suggestion lives up to his name. It's the great gaming guru. He wants me to pick from this bin and drop a gold off in this one. And I'm going to use 2 of the gold and copper to make an investment right here, which is going to give me 6 points. Oh, it's also going to give me the final bonus token, so actually 7 points, which will move me to this spot, getting close to Pep. And this also gives me a bonus. I can add 1 influence in a Boomtown office. I think I will take this one here, which will give me a bonus at the end of the game for having camps near water. And I'm going to ship this last piece of gold, which will move me forward once, which crosses this line, giving me 2 more points. Hey, Pep, I caught up to you.
Oh, you caught up to me.
And hopefully I'm going to pass you, but maybe not this turn. Right now, I'm just going to be building a camp using some wood.
Are you also taking Tim's advice?
Good point. Tim did chime in again because he thought that Pep would take this location and suggested that maybe I take this one here. So I will. That's going to give me 2 silver and 1 copper. And I'm going to place in the 2 bin, which is going to give me 2 points and I gain an influence in silver. It was a short visit, Pep. See you later.
All right, back to me. Now, I don't want to be looting or anything this turn, so I'm going to drop gold into the 1 and the 0 bin, and I'm going to take the wood. And I'll spend that wood to separate your 2 camps.
Did you ever spend it? That wood's gone forever. Oh, and look at this. You split up my camps. I'm going to lose 6 points because of that.
At least.
No, exactly. I can do the math on it. That's exactly 6 points.
And I'll be claiming a crisp 3 copper, which I'll be placing right into the 1 bin.
That's going to give you a point.
Almost caught up to you. I'll add this 1 influence to my copper, but I'm still behind you.
And that's the end of your turn, right?
It was a quick one.
Back to me. For my turn, I'm going to be taking from the 0-point bin. I'm going to be shipping this 1 piece of gold, which will bump me up close, but not quite passing that token. And then I'm going to build my camp with wood, which I'll take from here. I know, I took some trees. I'm trying to avoid having to loot later, so I'm going to be dumping these into this bin here and then gaining influence in forests and 2 points.
That's your turn.
I'm done.
All right, big turn coming.
I don't like the sound of that. What are you doing?
So first, I'll drop 1 copper into the 0 bin.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to ship 1 silver and 1 copper, which will put me ahead on both of these tracks.
Oh man, these are big points.
Boom.
15.
Boom, there's 15. Moves me up to 53 points.
That is a huge jump.
But it's not over yet. I'm going to take 1 of my influence tokens
Okay.
and place it into Boomtown.
Right. I bet you I know where you're going to, of course.
Into the shipping office.
Right, because you've got 3 bonus tokens, and this is going to give you 2 victory points per them at the end of the game. The only upside, for me, during this turn is you cannot build. so you have to loot.
Finally, I've become a wanted man like you.
So you're going to lose a victory point for that, and you do have to still take a token off the board. So which one do you want to take?
I'm taking something from your neighborhood.
I don't like this new looting pep.
I stole 2 silver and a copper, and I'll be placing them into the 1 bin.
So you gain the point back that you lost from being a dirty cheat. Okay, so obviously I'm taking from this bin. I'm going to drop some wood behind at each step of the way, and I'm going to have these resources. And I'm just going to be shipping. That's all these resources are going to be used for. The one thing I debated was potentially taking this influence, which is not really going to help me in the game, but it would stop Pep from probably getting 6 points, assuming that he ends up going here. With my shipping though, this stagecoach will move 2 forward. This one will move 1 forward. And I gain 2 points from crossing this location. And then I'm going to build one of my camps, which I am going to place into this location here.
Finally connecting everything up, eh?
That's right, and it's going to give me gold influence, which will tie me with Pep's gold influence. And these 2 resources, which I'm going to put in the 1 bin and give myself 1 extra point. And back over to Pep.
I'm going to take these resources and drop 1 silver into this bin and carry on a silver and a copper. And I'll spend these to take the other shipping office.
Oh, very nice.
I'll steal this copper.
Right, you're looting again.
Placing my looting token into the wanted area and losing myself a point.
But you're gaining 2 copper. What bin are you going to throw that in?
I'm just going to toss it into the 0 bin. No points for me. So I just throw this influence token away, reveal the 2 adjacent tokens, and then it's back to you.
This turn's going to be pretty simple. I'm just going to advance this bin, which is going to allow me to build. And I'm going to build over in here. I'm giving up some contiguous points, but hopefully these resources are going to benefit me in the long run. I'm going to gain another silver influence, which I don't really need, but I do need the resources it gives, which I'll put into the number 1 bin, which will give me 1 point. And back over to Pep for his final turn.
So in this final turn, we don't have to worry about building or looting. We just take from one of the resource bins.
Well, you got a lot of stuff to wrap up with here.
I do. First of all, I'm going to spend 2 copper, and I'm going to place 1 influence into Boomtown. Take that well for 4 points.
Okay. It's not actually called a well, is it?
No, I just made that up.
So when you're playing at home, it's now called a well. Well, what are you going to do next?
Now I'm going to ship each of these
Oh, right.
and go 1 more space ahead on each of these
All of them
tracks.
cross the bonus point track. That's 9 more points.
Clean 65 points.
The gap between us is just ever widening here. So I'm grabbing from this bin, and I won't have to worry about building anything, so I'll leave the wood behind and just take these resources with me. First thing I'm going to do is gain some more influence in the Boomtown offices. I'm going to take this position here, so I'll remove those resources and then ship these remaining 3, which will push my silver carriage 2 spaces forward. So I'll cross the 5 here, and I'm going to cross this 3. That's a total of 8 points. And shipping 1 gold is going to give me these 6 points. So that pushes me up to 58 points.
Well, that was the last turn. Now we just need to score some points.
Yes.
Before that, though, I noticed something funny.
What's that?
Well, every spot in Boomtown has been taken up, except for the town hall.
No one wants a position in government here. This is a lawless Gold West. It actually is kind of lawless. We both are wanted.
We're both wanted.
And you ended up a little more wanted than I did.
That's never happened
That's
before.
never happened. Also, in the games we played before, I don't think it's ever happened. We've had Boomtown so filled up. We did a ton of shipping as well.
Yeah, I've seen the shipping quite this far, but
Yeah.
definitely haven't seen Boomtown quite so full.
Well, you're ahead of me. I think you're probably going to stay ahead of me. But let's find out. Let's go and score it up and see what happens.
Let's take a look.
Well, as we were saying, Pep did end up the most wanted, and the most wanted player loses 1 point per camp in the most wanted area. So that's 2 points away for Pep. And then the second most loses 1 point per 2. I only have 1, so I don't lose anything. So now we can score up the influence tracks, and we'll start here with the forestry, and we're tied. In a 2-player game, you only get the second place points anyway, but we split them, so 2 points each.
2 points each.
All right, you mind moving mine as well? So next we can score up the gold influence, and again, we're both tied. We have 4 influence each, so we split the 5.
And round it down.
All right, Pep, you mind giving us each 2 more points? And then
Here we go.
Well, in silver, no question, I do have the most influence, and I'll gain 6 points for that, so I'll jump ahead. And in copper, I'm ahead by 1, so that's 7 points, putting me at 75.
This isn't looking good for me.
Maybe not, but let's take a look at the Boomtown offices. Pep, why don't you score yours first, because I have a feeling this is going to be outrageous.
So, I don't need to score the well. It's already been scored previously.
Right.
So we're going to look at the shipping offices.
And you get 2 points per influence token per bonus tile you've collected.
Yep. So each of those will give me 6 points. And then I will score for the Frontier Office 1 point for each of my camps on the edge of the map. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So each of those will give me 6 points as well, for a total of 24.
And that's going to put you on 91. Wow. Okay.
You're going to get a little bit here too, though.
True. So each of these are going to give me 1 point per camp that's adjacent to water and 2 points for settlement that's adjacent to water. I have 1 settlement and 4 camps, so that's going to put me at 87. So now we each get to score for our largest contiguously connected campsites.
It's a tongue twister there.
Yeah, a little alliteration there.
Yep.
Okay, well mine is going to be this grouping here, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 together. 6 times 2 is 12 points. So that's going to put me up to, 99 points. I was so close to 100. What about you, Pep? You've got a big, long, snaking campsite here of how many, 8?
Yes, indeed. 8 camps.
So that's 16 points.
And that brings me up to 107 points. So I get to take my little player token and flip it over.
Look at that. You got 107 points. And there you have it, our playthrough of Gold West. Congratulations, Pep. Good
Thank
win.
you. I couldn't have done it without Tim's advice. He actually helped quite a bit.
Yeah, when you took out and broke up my contiguous group there, that's another 6 points.
Yep.
I would have been at least over 100. Oh, painful. If you have any questions at all about anything that you saw in this gameplay series, feel free to put them in the comments below.
And if you like the colors of the shirts, maybe you want to vote on whether or not Rodney should keep the blue permanently.
Oh, permanently?
Yeah,
Retire the whites?
Retire the whites?
Whew, I don't know if I could do that. Yeah, we'd love to hear what you think about the new shirts and the colors and all the rest of it. But I think, on that note, we'll leave you. Until the next episode, thanks for watching.
I don't know what we're doing.
We're starting. 3, 2, 1. And we didn't want it to be white because then it would just be, well, it'd be like a snowstorm every time people watched our show. Right?
Let's just get a white table. We'll dye all the board games white, leave them out in the sun.
Hey everyone, we are going to try.
So I'm going to drop 1 copper into the 0 bin, adjust my player board all over the place.
That's good. I have no idea what else we're going to say here. You either? You're just not going to say anything. Hello, I'm Penn. This is Teller. Yeah.
Because people might say like, oh, Pep's red shirt looks dumb. Get him a different color.
The other option was, what, poop brown?
The green or the poop brown, yeah.
Yeah.
Poop brown.
Oh, say, can you see dawn's early light?
Is that where you cut out? That the yeah, that's where I cut out. With bright hills and bright skies. Stars, skies. One of the two.
They're very bright, either of them. Really.
Whatever it is.